Today I'm going to set some onion sets in the greenhouse in my tub, so stay tuned. Hello folks, welcome back to Pine Meadows Hobby Farm. I'm your host, Jerry Hanson. Today we're going to do some onion setting. We're going to set onions in the greenhouse for now. We still got some frost coming for the garden, so I want to get an early start on these and see how many I can grow in the greenhouse this season. So let's get started. Okay, what I got here is a bus tub. I purchased a bunch of bus tubs from a restaurant supply house, and they were on sale for $5.35. So I bought 40 of them, and I outfitted my greenhouse with a bunch of these tubs, and then I bought a bunch of potting soil to be able to fill these. One bag of potting soil, which is 2 cubic feet, will fill 2 of these tubs. So I have with me here today 100 bulbs onion sets. This is the harvest blend. I picked these up at Walmart. That's where they were available at. And of course these were $3. Not bad, $3 for 100 bulbs. So I'm just going to go ahead and sort these by color because I want to. Okay, I have 45 of these yellows. So I'm going to plant so many in here, and then I'm going to reserve the rest of them to plant out in the outside in the garden beds and see how well they go. So for right now, we're just going to go ahead and space these and plant them. Unfortunately, this card does not give me spacing. It just shows depth. So I'm going to plant them. Oh, here we go, spacing. So we planted in full sun, and the spacing is 3 to 4 inches apart, and the depth is 1 to 2 inches. So let's get these planted 3 inches apart. That's about 3 inches. Because I have fluffy fingers, trust me, it's 3 inches. Okay, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I have 18 to plant outside. So we'll set those right there. Okay, I have 18 left to plant outside. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 48. 4 times 6 is 20. I have 24 growing in this tub. So that's good. So I'm going to grab some of this dirt and pile over the top of it. Excuse me, it's soil, not dirt. I've been corrected on that before. And then, using my cottage cheese containers and a pair of scissors and a Sharpie, I make my labels, which I have some already made. I'm going to label this bucket as to what it is. It's onion. And it's Harvest Blend, as if that really means anything. And the date I'm planting it, 4, 10, 20. I'm going to set it down here where it's going to get full sun. There we go. We get another tub and loosen up this soil. Let's see, let's take some of it out, because I'm going to add a layer over the top. And then we're going to choose the white variety. See, I got 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's just plant these. 1, 2, 3, 4. Two, 3, 4. 1, 2. Now I'm planting them with the root side down, the flat side down, and the pointy side up. And that's how you plant an onion. Fairly simple. It's not really a whole lot of science to planting. Some plants I find there is some science to planting it. And then you got to keep the critters out. That is unfortunate if you get critters in there. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4 times 5 is... There's 20 of these sets in here. Add this dirt back. Excuse me, soil. Sorry. Don't roast me. All right. And we're going to go pick another sunny spot after I make my label. Okay, the label, I'm just going to write it as the onion. And these are white. And this is 4, 10, 20. And we're just going to set that right there, and that is ready to plant. Now, see how easy this is to work with these tubs? So long as they have appropriate rooting depth for your plants, these are great. Carrots will not do well in these tubs. Any deep-rooted crops like the carrots and, was it not turnips? Turnips might do well in here. But there's another vegetable that grows deep. It's like a carrot, because between a carrot, potato, turnip, forget what you call it. But we have the rest of these white ones, which we'll set aside for the outside garden. There's not too many left, but that's okay. At least we got them. And we'll have a variety of growing areas. And I'm experimenting a lot now because there's items I'm growing in the greenhouse this time. that I've never grown because I just didn't have the space. And my garden also, I didn't have my garden fully functional, but I got it now. So we're going to go ahead and put this away in a nice sunny spot. We're just going to trade buckets here. And put this one down here. And take this one. And break up the clods. You know, when I filled these buckets, I didn't bother breaking up the clods. I just was more interested in getting the bags emptied, getting these buckets filled, and moving on with the project. Okay, we'll scoop some soil off the top. And we'll plant these with a red variety. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and 4. There we go. Remember, about 2 inches deep. So what we're going to do is just pour 2 inches of dirt, soil, dang it, over the surface. Now I'm just eyeballing the placement. I love red onions. Nice and sweet. Okay, how many did I squeeze in here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 24. All right, we'll cover these. Oops, I'm losing my onions. Okay. And make the label. Onions, red variety. And we get to park this down here next to its little sister. All right. Now the next step is to water these and then wait for the miracle of growth. And we just watch these and water them about every other day or as needed. And also just watch the miracle of growth on these things. I'm really impressed by how plants grow when you grow it from a seed. And speaking of which, I have onion seeds that I harvested right here. I let some onions in my garden a couple of years ago go to seed. So I'm going to take these seed and plant them in another tub. So let's do that now. And with planting seedlings by seed, that's a little bit different. Let's start that right now. Okay, remove some soil. Now this soil is nice and wet, and it'll give it a good start. See, these little pods, they have seed in them. This little pod, it's a flower that comes off of the top of an onion. There's seed in that pod. And you can see the little black seeds right there among the dust. Let me give you a better look. Yeah, let's use this. Let's see. Okay, see those black seeds right there? That's the onion seed. I don't have a mechanism on which to extract the onion seed. So what I'm going to do is just spread this out, and then I want to be able to thin them as they sprout. And see how well that will work. So let's get this over the top. Now this is different than the already onion sets that are already grown. So once I get these covered, I just make my label. I don't know what variety these are, but I do know that they are yellow onions. And they're big. Okay, let's make our label. Onion, and then just gonna write seed. Oops, 4, 10, 20. Got it. And I'm gonna place these back down in the corner over here. Now I'm going to fold this so I can save it with the rest of my variety, my empty packages for varieties. Because if I want these things to go to seed, I want the ability to be able to have a label, and I can like scan these on my computer, make a label, and stick it on a little paper envelope, and save my seeds and catalog them. But you know what, folks? You never know what's going to happen with this inability to get seed. I know one state you can't get seed right now because of the pandemic there. It's not one of those essential items that you simply can't buy them. I think it's New Hampshire. That's too bad for those folks. Dang. Well, I guess they know who not to vote for in their new election, right? Oh well. So much is life. So, onions. I'll go plant these out in the garden, find a spot in my garden and plant them and make another show out of that. I'm your host, Jerry Hanson. This is Pine Meadows Hobby Farm in the Greenhouse Gardening Series. I want to thank you guys for showing up. Please subscribe, click that bell icon, and that alerts you to new videos as I upload them. And click that share button. Sharing my videos on your social media platforms really helps a lot. Give me a thumbs up and leave a comment. That helps out the channel, believe it or not. Okay, we'll see you guys in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.